Good morning, my Yarnie friends. Well, I hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday, whether it's morning, evening, night, or the next day. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In case you don't know, every Tuesday we try to have a live video, podcast, or whatever you want to call it, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, because I'm in Oklahoma now, not in Colorado. We've been down here about a year and a half now, and I think we're finally settling in. It's so wonderful to live near my grandkids and both my children. It's just been such a great blessing. We found a great church that we love. I'm in a great neighborhood, and we're starting to get more people moving in, and so it's a lot of fun. We lived a lot of years in the Air Force. We got used to moving, and then we kind of got stuck for a while. And now that we've moved again, we're like, yeah, this is fun again. Anywho, we have a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about some new yarns, new patterns, and just lots of fun. So I'm glad you're all here. The first thing we need to do, of course, is clinkety clink, clink, clink. And if you don't know what that is, that's just clink, write it out, or just say what you're having this morning. If you're drinking coffee, if you're drinking Kool-Aid, tea, whatever you're drinking. I'm drinking good old Folgers. I've been kind of on a rut here with my creamer. I love the Italian cream. And of course, y'all know I'm diabetic, so I'm trying to find ones that don't have sugar in them. And I have found a couple that I like and a couple that I don't. Anywho, and also, you don't have to drink coffee to watch Coffee and Crochet with Sara. That just means we're going to chat. Like old ladies around the coffee table, we're going to chat. I don't mind being called old. I'll have to tell you, I love to get up in the morning, take my dogs outside, kind of walk through the garden and pick a few things. And it was really beautiful outside this morning. We've been having cooler weather at night. I know some heat's coming back next week, but we've been having some cooler weather like in the upper 60s at night, and it's been so nice, and lots of rain lately, and that's been really nice too. So, I was out in the garden with the dogs this morning, just piddling around. I gave them a bath yesterday, so I had their collars off. And poor Maximo, he just really struggles with the humidity. He doesn't have like asthma, but he gets this thing in his throat where he kind of coughs from the humidity. So he's not in here. He decided to lay on his blanket on the couch. When he's not feeling good, he likes to sit on his blanket on the couch. Rosie's over here on her poof, sound asleep. So they're taking like their third morning nap because I wore them out walking around the garden. But the funny thing is, I came back in and I went to pick up my coffee cup. And luckily, I didn't have on this shirt yet. I still had on like a regular t-shirt. And I picked up my coffee cup, and at the same time, I tripped and I spilt that coffee all over my shirt. I was so glad it wasn't still hot. It was a little bit lukewarm. I was like, oh man, wasted a cup of coffee. So, anywho, I always wait until like an hour before I'm going to do my video to put on my fresh shirt because I am so clumsy. I really, really am. I'm sure you guys don't ever trip on stuff. But I wanted to answer a question real quick. I got a really odd email, and she sent me this message and said that I need to cover up my neck because she doesn't like seeing the scar on my neck. Well, I'm proud of this scar because that means I'm alive. You know, and if a lot of you don't know, this scar that I have, it kind of goes like this. What that is about 5 years ago, I had thyroid cancer, and I had to have some large nodules removed, and then they removed my entire thyroid. And they wanted me to go through the radiation and all that, but I didn't do it. I didn't. I took some special medications and things, and I'm doing great. And I don't think about that. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. I'm not going to cover it up. I don't care that it's there. To me, it's a badge of I'm alive and I'm still kicking. So if it bothers you, I'm super sorry, but not going to cover it up. And I thought I'd answer that question. And if you don't want to watch my videos because you can see my scar, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's a badge of being alive. I'm still kicking. But I wouldn't kick you. I just mean, you know. I would never kick anybody except maybe my husband. I do kick him sometimes at night by accident. If you want to know about my journey with my thyroid, I did do videos back then. You can go back in and find them if you want to know exactly what happened. But yeah, it's no big deal to me. I don't even care about it. I don't even think about it. I just take my meds and I'm good. All right, let's talk about yarn. This is what this video is about, right? Fuzzy yarn today. Well, I've got this yarn in. It's called Premier Parfait Chunky Pom Pom. And I'm going to come over here to my other camera so you can see it up close. I got 2 of these in, and I think I want to get a couple more because they're just so pretty. You can see how fuzzy they are, and these little spots on them, they're just like bright spots, and then it also runs through the yarn itself. This one I think is called Limelight. Let me look. Yes, Limelight. And of course I had to get a yellow one, and it's called Incandescent. And they have 8 colors of these, and I have put a screenshot on my iPad. I'm going to show that to you. But these are, let me check here. I believe they're bulky number 6s. Yes. Okay, let me find these pictures. All right, are you ready? This is just a screenshot, but you can see they have 8 colors. Okay, I'm going to tell you what the colors are. The white one's called Let's Glow. Then there's Neon Lights, which is black with bright colors. Party Pink. Incandescent, which is the yellow. Limelight, which is the green. Electric Blue, which is kind of a teal blue. I know it's hard to see on here. Citrus, Burst, and Disco Ball. And they're really pretty. And I know it's not a clear picture. It is just a screenshot. But they're really pretty. And I really love them. They are bulky number 6s. They have 3.5 ounces on each one, which is 109 yards. And you can see that right there. And what I found was interesting is they are 85% polyester and 50% nylon. And I really like that because polyester can stretch a little bit. And the nylon is the thread that's going through there. See if I can get one so you can see it. That thread. And that thread is a bright color that's spun around them. Okay? And that helps hold that together. A lot of times when I have crocheted with like a blanket yarn and you try to tie that off, it breaks. And having that nylon thread through there just gives it a little extra strength. And as you can see on here, a pop of color. And then it has all these little pops of color. And depending on what color that you choose will depend on what those pops of color are. Machine washable, but do not bleach. You can tumble dry on low heat, but don't iron. Because remember, polyester is like a plastic. It's made, I believe it's made from crude oil, but I'm not exactly sure how these are made. But if you try to iron it, it is going to burn it. So anyway, I love these. I've got a project I want to do with these, but I want to get a couple more in. I'm thinking I want to get that electric blue and that pink one, Party Pink, and really come up with something super fun to make with these. They're really, really super pretty. Now, they run at $5.99 a ball right now. That's the regular price. It's not a sale price. But I had a lot of questions about how to find stuff on the website. So I have a link that's down in the notes under the video that is my personal link. Okay, and I'm going to show you. When you put that link in, you go right to the Premier page. And there's a glare there. I'm trying to do this without getting a glare. All right, and a lot of people don't understand what to do from here. This is your home page. So see right there where it says yarns? You click that, and it takes you to your regular yarn page. The new stuff will come up first, okay? But if you want to see what's on sale, right there is a little word that says sale. And you can click that, and it'll show you what's on sale. And see right there, it says weekly deals, bag deals, and clearance. Bag deals are when they have like groups of them. Like you can get, like for instance, it's cheaper to buy like say 3 or 4 of these than one. So check out those bag deals, because I have gotten those and gotten some really good deals. But I had a lot of questions about that because I am a Premier affiliate now. I'm brand new. I'm still learning the ropes. And I have an affiliate link out there. You can find that link on all of my sites. It's on my Facebook page. Even if you go to our Facebook group, Coffee and Crochet was their Facebook group, up at the top, it'll show you some Premier yarns, and that affiliate link will be there. If you go through there, I get 10% of the sale. Not much, but enough to replenish my yarn. So anyway, all I'm trying to say by that is if you use that affiliate link, all it does is takes you to the Premier website. Okay, and then you have to search from there. And when you click on yarn, the newest stuff comes up first. So then you know what's new. But if you want to know what's on sale, because every week there are different yarns on sale. And then you just hit that sale tab and that stuff will come up first that's on sale. And that drop down menu will tell you, you know, what's on sale and the bag stuff and then the clearance. And you can really find some really good deals on there. And I've always loved Premier yarn. I've been talking about Premier yarn for years. I just happened to just start being not just happened. It's not something that just happens. But I am a Premier yarn affiliate now, and I just love it. I love their yarns, and I have for a long time, and I want to share them with you. And I want you to be able to get them at reduced prices. Now, a lot of people whine, and I don't mean to use the word whine. That's not the word I want to use. But don't like it that you have to spend $75 to get free shipping. Okay? And I understand that. Shipping is enormous. And it's getting more and more and more. And the more, because we're shipping more and more and more. And the more we do that, the more, you know, it costs. But if you spend $75... And what I do is I think ahead of what I'm going to do, and then I order enough to do that project. And also, if you go to Premier Yarns and you've bought something, but then you haven't bought in a while, they'll send you an email for 10% off or 25% off, or different ones at different times. They'll offer some different shipping prices. And so once you go in there and you've bought from them, there's deals to be had as well. So anyway, I just really love their yarn anyway, and it just you know, I get the opportunity, I guess I should say, to be an affiliate, and I love that. Like I said, I've already loved their yarn. So, and if you get tired of hearing about Premier, don't worry. I love Hirschner's. I love Mary Maxim. You know, I love all yarns. Hobby Lobby. Like I said, someone asked me the other day, what's my favorite yarn? And the word is yarn. I love it all. Even the weird and funky doodle ones. I love them. I don't mind a challenge, I think, is part of the issue. Okay, now, let's talk about what happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs. Now, if you'll notice, right behind my shoulder here is the beaded lanyard. And we did this. I'm going to bring it, see if I can get it closer up here so you can see it better. Okay, we did this for Friday Fun Day. Okay, it's made out of cotton, so it's nice and sturdy. And again, when I show you a pattern that I did a video for, it's one of my designs, and there's always a written pattern with pictures and a video, okay? And you can find this on my YouTube channel as well as Ravelry and on the blog, all right? So I always get that question every time I talk about patterns. So I want to go ahead and get that out there up front. Okay, now, this is made with cotton because I wanted it to be sturdy. This is something you're going to wear around your neck, okay? And I put a D-ring on it. I put this little paw print. Isn't that cute? That's just a little charm. But you don't have to use this type of clip. There's lots of kind of clips you can put on here. You can use a regular circle key clip and put your house keys on there. Or maybe if your kids get home before you do and they want to be able to get in. My grandkids have a code they use to go through the garage, so they don't need a key. But not everybody has that, you know? And so you might need a key to get in. And it's kind of nice to have a spare key anyway. you know. And if you want to just wear this as a necklace, just put a charm on it, just like this. It's super fun, and it's a great way to learn how to add beads onto something. And this one I did really random. I did a striping yarn. This is not the one I used, but it's Peaches and Cream Stripey. This one is just shades of blue, and I liked it because it had a little bit of a denim vibe to it. Because I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost like a stonewash denim. But anyway, it takes, I think, 1.5 ounces to make it this length. You can make it shorter, you can make it longer. For a child that's maybe, you know, in elementary school, you might want to make it a little shorter in case it gets in their way, you know. But it's super easy. Okay, and then I use just like I've got hearts and butterflies and flowers and just basic beads. And I did them all in blue and white just to go with what I was doing. But you can do it however you want. Now, you don't have to do this in cotton. If you want to make it in acrylic yarn, use your leftover acrylic yarns too. Just make sure it's a medium weight number 4, cotton or acrylic. And then you can add whatever type of thing at the bottom that you want. Any kind of clip or charm. Of course, I like dog paws. And this one was made for me from, oh, I can't think of her name all of a sudden, but she does crochet hooks too and all kinds of polymer clay things. I bought some crochet hooks from her that have paw prints on them. And this is actually a stitch marker. I just hooked it on there. See, it's just a D-ring with a hook. And then I just took the stitch marker and hung it on there. So, if you're traveling and you want to keep track of, say, your tape measure, you could hook it on there. Or your stitch markers, you could hook it on there. Another thing that you can take when you're traveling is a nail clipper, because you cannot take a pair of scissors on an airplane, or you're not supposed to take a pair of scissors on an airplane. And so when I'm going to travel, a lot of times I just take a small pair of nail clippers because I just need to clip the yarn from time to time. And I don't want to take a pair of scissors. Clip it on there. It's just some fun ideas to use with the lanyard. Now, I will tell you this Friday, we're doing another bead project. We're going to be using wooden beads. And I'll tell you all about it on Friday. And it's going to be so pretty. I'm real excited the way that this design turned out. And it's another one of those that I'm probably going to keep for myself. I know, I keep saying that. I used to give everything away, and now I just keep it all. But when it comes to like jewelry and accessories and things like that, I just really like them. And I love dangly earrings, and I love long necklaces. And anyway, I'm just one of those kind of girly girls, I guess. The person who does the polymer clay does not have a YouTube channel. She does it off her website. She doesn't show you what she's doing. She just sells her items. Okay. She's an artist. She is also a school teacher. So anywho, the other thing we did was yesterday, we did the Scrap Happy Harvest basket. And I love this basket. It's round on the bottom. It's not real tall. It's a fat, squatty basket and has long handles. And I did this for a reason, because I want to put it over my arm. So while I'm out in the garden and I'm picking tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers, lettuce, or whatever I'm picking, I can stick it right in my basket. Okay, now, someone asked me, is it washable? Well, it is. I make these and I throw them right in the laundry with my towels. The only thing I don't do is I do not put them in the dryer. Now you can, because this is all made with acrylic yarn. You can dry it, but I would rather just sit it on the dryer, because the truth is, the more you dry it, the more worn it's going to get. Okay. And again, it has the long handles, so you can put it right over your arm. This would be good for gathering eggs as well. If you keep chickens, you can put your egg thing in there and put your eggs in there. Another thing that you can do is, use your Walmart or other store plastic bags and put that right inside, and then put the handles out the sides so that it keeps the inside of it dry and cozy without it getting dirty. Because when you're pulling things out of the garden, you know, sometimes they get dirt on the bottom, like if it's carrots or lettuce or something. So, you know, you can do that. Another thing that I also have done is I have a big colander that's plastic, and I'll set that inside. That way I can rinse everything in that colander in the hose outside, and then I can just set this up, and I'll put the colander in the sink and put this in the wash. So it's a super, super neat basket, and you can use it for lots of things. Yarn, market shopping, store shopping, yarn shopping, lots of things, because it is sturdy. It has good, sturdy handles, and I just love it. Now, the thing about this basket is we stitch it up with a 9mm crochet hook, and it's stitched with 4 strands. That's right, 4 strands of acrylic. And one thing about a scrap happy project that I just love is you put yarns together that you have left over, and you wonder, do these look good? Are they going to match? Do they, you know? And it comes up so pretty. This one has some sparkle yarn even in it. Can you see the sparkle on the bottom? Sparkle. And I just love the way it worked up. And this section here was 2 big balls, and then other colors. And I do this. I was going to see if I left one under here. It might be in the other room. But what I do is I take my yarns and I roll them into what I call great big crazy balls. And I do them with 2 strands of yarn, 3 strands of yarn, and 4 strands of yarn. That way they're ready to go when I'm ready to do the basket. Or I have some other projects that I'm working on. I'm making a rug with 3 strands of yarn. And that way, as I work, I can just add it in. I go ahead and tie a knot. And then I also show you on this particular pattern, I think it's about the 3rd row. I can't remember. Yeah, where we changed colors on the 3rd row, I show you how I do my join, which is similar to the Russian join, so that you don't have to cut your yarn. You can put it in there, you won't have a knot, and you can stitch over it, and it looks beautiful. Okay, so like I said, I think it's about the 3rd row. I show you how to do a really nice Russian join so that you can keep on going, because when you're stitching with 4 strands of yarn, your yarn's not all going to end at the same place. There's going to be lots of different places where that yarn's going to end. And when I'm making these crazy balls, I go ahead and tie a knot. I don't leave it undone. I tie a knot, and then when I get to that knot, I clip it and do the Russian join. And like I said, I show you in the video how to do that. So anywho, this is one of my favorite projects with our Scrap Happy that we've done. Because if you don't know, last year we did a whole year, 1 project a month of a Scrap Happy project. And I thought, I'm having so much fun with that. So we continued it through 2023. And I have a feeling, because I'm really enjoying this, and it's a great way, you know, to get rid of a lot of your scrap yarns and make something colorful, beautiful, and useful. And we've done them for like blanket yarns, cotton yarns, acrylic yarns, all our yarns. I even have something fun coming up for Christmas to maybe use some of that fuzzy yarn. I think they call it fun fur, but I never found it fun. It's just fur. Like I said, I don't care. I love a challenge. But anyway, we're going to keep on with that, I think, as we keep going, you know, once a month to do a Scrap Happy project, because it's just so much fun. And I love getting rid of yarns in a really good way. Like I said, I had a friend in Colorado. She loved to crochet, make things, but she hated having leftover yarn, and she would just toss it. And I was like, what is wrong with you? I mean, sometimes it would be a half a skein or half a ball or half a cake of yarn. She's like, well, I don't really have any use for it, so I'm done with this project, so I'm just going to throw it away. I'm like, no. I loved her to death, but I didn't agree with her on that subject. So anyway, it's fun to make leftover things. I get really excited talking about yarn. I really do. I love yarn. You can tell by behind me. I love yarn. All right, so those are our 2 projects this week. We've got a project for Friday that's going to be with beads again, wooden beads. Yes, I have several bandana videos, Deborah. So yeah, you can just look for those in the playlist. It's called Headbands, Hats, and Hats, I think, in that playlist. I got 3 or 4 bandanas for your heads. So anyway, we've got that planned for Friday with wooden beads. And I'll explain all that in the video on Friday. And then next Monday, we're going to be doing an update on a pattern. I made a pattern, oh my goodness, might have been 8 or 10 years ago, it's called Sweet Treats bag. And it's a back to school bag. And so I decided to update it with new yarn since the yarn for that pattern is no longer available. And so Monday we're going to be making a bag. It's a cute kid's bag. It's a nice size bag though. You would like it too, I think. Okay, and then we just got so many fun things planned. I actually, for tomorrow, have a video that I'm going to finish editing this afternoon. And it has to do with how to have confidence in your crochet. It's really a really good video. It's something that I wanted to do for a while, and I always get questions about how can I do this or how can I do that, and just answering some of those questions basically. So anywho, that's what I've got planned for this week. And like I said, I've said in the past, usually Monday is when I do a longer tutorial. And those usually go out more towards the afternoon on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we try to have our live video. On Wednesday, it's a little bit shorter of a video. It's not, sometimes if I'm doing a crochet along, I might do a tutorial portion on Tuesday or on Wednesday. But usually on Wednesday, it's a little bit different, answering questions or demoing something. It's just a little bit different of a video. Kind of what I call crochet questions, this and that, things like that. Okay, and then on Thursday, I do not do a video at all. And then on Friday, I do Friday Fun Day. And so I usually put out 4 videos a week, in case you're wondering. And Monday and Friday are our tutorial days. But that doesn't mean that I might change that up. Because when we get closer towards fall and Christmas, like we're getting ready to do, I usually will add an extra video in there because there's just so many fun things that I want to make for, Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all of those holidays that come. There's more fun things that I just want to make. And so I might do more videos. So anyway, as I say to my grandkids, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get bumpy. So anywho, I say that to them when we get in the car. They think I'm crazy. They really do. My grandson, many years ago when he was like 4 or 5, of course he's 15 now, he said they were visiting us in Colorado, and I said something, I remember what it was, and he just rolled his eyes and he said, Oma, because they call me Oma. He says, Oma, you are so weird. I said, I am. He goes, but in a good way. I think he thought he was going to get in trouble. He wouldn't have got in trouble. He could say anything and not get in trouble. So anyway, love my grandkids. I always tell him he's my favorite grandson because he's my only grandson. He's still my favorite. Alrighty, so I hope everyone's going to have a fantastic day today. I'm going to let you go, but before I do, I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for tuning in and watching my videos. Because again, I can't do any of this without all of you. Oh, don't forget. Next week, we're going to announce the winner of the giveaway for August. And if you don't know what it's all about, go watch last Tuesday's live video so you know what the giveaway is. You don't want to miss out. All right. I'll see y'all next week then.